Hi, my name is Mac.
My name is Owen.
I am a filmmaker and photographer, and I am 50% of the team that goes by Bound for Nowhere.
And I am the other half of Bound for Nowhere. Jetboil reached out to us about a super secret project, and we were intrigued.
I do believe my first response to that was, "Are you sure you have the right people?"
When we hopped on the call with them, they kind of let us in on the fact that they were looking to do a custom cozy design based on a bucket list hike.
We are really big fans of Jetboil, so to have them reach out to us with this idea, it was a huge honor to be able to maybe create something that is for a brand that we so admire. Jetboil products have been a part of our life in the outdoors for so long.
The idea behind the project would be that we would hike a trail and document it and create a short film about it. And then we would collaborate with another artist to create a custom cozy design based on our experience in the short film, which is just the coolest project I could ever think of.
And we were like, no question, we're in. We ended up doing the High Sierra Trail.
The experience on trail was filled with ups and downs. There were super high highs, but there were also some pretty low lows. It was an adventure, to say the least.
But those challenges, I think, ultimately led to some pretty big lessons for that trip, but also life lessons. And it felt really important to me anyways, to kind of convey the idea that among challenge is a lot of beauty. For the cozy design, we decided to work with the artist Tyler Anthony. I have been a very big fan of his work for a very long time. I love the graphic quality of his work, but I also love his Western influences.
He's got a really fun, illustrative style that I think works really great for print. And I just think that it translated super well into the format of the Jetboil Cozy.
Once we kind of identified the specific landmark we were wanting to highlight on the trail, we kind of presented everything that we had to him, all the photographs that were kind of taken around that, but also kind of wanted to convey to him what it felt like to be in that moment and the struggle that was happening before and after that experience.
That spot on the trail was kind of a defining moment. It was the first real adversity we were facing on the trail, and at that point, it was still fairly early on. We could have easily turned back and just said, you know what, this just isn't working. But instead, we pressed on, we kind of pushed through and made it to the other side.
But from there, we gave him everything. He came up with all of the sketches and designs. Then ultimately we worked together to refine it, as well as with the Jetboil team, just to make sure that we were creating a legible design while also making sure it was very beautiful.
I think that the idea was to kind of capture that solitude and peace you get on trail by having that one solo hiker out there on that cliff's edge, and also just capturing the natural beauty of the environment. And I think that we did a great job with it. Once we finalized the illustration with Tyler, we moved on to color.
We tried so many different colors, but the sunset color palette really speaks to our own design sensibilities. It's a color palette that we're a really big fan of and use a lot in our work.
I think with all of our photography work and video work, it's always seen on screen. We rarely ever see it in a tangible form. To just be able to hold it in your hand and see this item that you hiked 70 plus miles to create, kind of, it's really gratifying to kind of see it in person.
I also love that it's this tool that we can continue to use on all future adventures, but I know that every single time I look at it, I'll just be reminded of everything that we learned and everything that we experienced and how strong we are and why we come out into nature in the first place.